Before we start the video, I just want to clarify that English is not my first language, so I apologize in advance if I make any mistake or if my accent is not perfect. Today is the moment to talk about Bleach Soul Resonance, one of the most awaited anime licensed game, if not the most awaited. I purposely posted this video today, and you will understand why. It will be somewhat related to the anime. First, let's go back to 2023, specifically in November. ByteDance announced a massive restructuring, dissolution, and layoff in the company. Why? For those who might not know, Neoverse was founded in 2019, with continuous investment reaching over $4 billion. According to expert reports, the return on investment materialized with Marvel Snap, One Piece Fighting Path, Warhammer Lost Crusade, and other games. These titles earned over 1.5 billion within 4 years, while OPFP and Marvel Snap were nominated multiple times in their respective field as the best in their domain. Back to the main subject. What is Bleach Soul Resonance? Originally, this game was supposed to be sold either to Tencent or the Saudi Arabian company as announced in the first quarter 2024. But the savior of the project, the savior of the studio that developed and continued to develop the game, Minchen Hills, stepped in. They said, hold on, we don't want this game to be sold. We will reinvest in you not only on Neoverse but also in AI related to video games. Between the end of the first quarter and beginning of the second quarter 2024, Neoverse announced the recruitment of Zhang Yunfan, who was the chief operation director for MMORPG games like Neverwinter and Star Trek Online. He also worked at NetEase in the past as web developer and web designer. He launched several gaming websites and created Chinese first blogging product around 20 years ago while at NetEase. At 45, he can literally be considered a veteran and specialist in the video game industry. 3 months passed without significant news, aside from confirmation that Bleach Soul Resonance was still in development. We arrived at early summer 2024. Zhang Yunfan announced via letter a complete reorganization of Neoverse structure. Fast forward to midsummer 24. Aka Network, Black Moon Studio, and Aoshu Game provided Neoverse with that we will call a prototype version of the game. They exceed Neoverse expectation with significant improvement in both content and gameplay. 4 months later, around September and October, I learned that Chinese players gained access to a beta test, a sort of ultra-confidential focus group test. During this test, we discovered a new character. While there were no gameplay leaks, Whiteness showed valuable information. Before diving into those details, Mixin Halls announced that Neoverse has taken over supervision of the game. Supervision involved verifying every piece of content, assuring compliance with production regulation, covering internal and external marketing, microtransaction system, payment structure, and post-launch support. Now for the final update everyone has been waiting for. As I mentioned earlier, the game was assigned a special project file named Douyin, is Chinese TikTok, during the summer. But less than 48 hours ago, advertisement began appearing on the Chinese TikTok even before this ad rollout. All download platform had already recorded over 12.8 million registrations. This shows how highly anticipated the game is in China. In contrast, the registration in Western region have yet to surpass 300k, but that expected since Western players are more inclined to register via App Store and Play Store. Moreover, Neoverse collaborating with the one studio for the game's global publishing, but not only for this game, for the multiple games. Recently announced large-scale recruitment campaign across the world: United States, France, Japan, the UK, Latam, and more countries. At the start of this video, I mentioned I intentionally released it today because it connected with the anime. We saw with Solo Leveling Rise how the anime had colossal impact on pre-registration, download, and we saw it was exceeding 12 million pre-registration at launch. As for Bleach Soul Resonance, a recent Chinese leaker who participated in the last test hinted at a potential release date, and is aligned with the fourth quarter expectation. They mentioned activity starting around Chinese New Year or slightly before. Chinese New Year falls at the end of January 2025. Following that, we expect a closed beta test followed by an open beta test before the official launch. Along with extensive promotional campaign based on the latest information. We might have the opportunity to play the game between March and May of 2025. To wrap up this video, here is how I see things. In the coming weeks, my estimate is within 3 weeks, not sure, we'll have an announcement for a new trailer and resumption of update tied to the beta announced in November 2023. During the same period, they will announce also projection across platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TapTap, Bilibili, and more.